Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to do a update of all of my plants. Today is February 1st, so here's the updates on all the plants that we've been growing. Obviously this video will not be going up soon because I want to do a monthly base review and then post them all in one shot. So if you like watching these kind of videos of gardening, keep on watching. So here is the first corporate, is the sweet potatoes that we put up a month ago. You see they're already sprouting. I need to water it. It has sprout on the top right here. And these were not the organic ones because I couldn't find any, remember, from the video. Here, this one is sprouting, but the one that's making the flowers is the ones that I grew in our buckets. Obviously the things that are coming out of the big one has not sprouted yet. So that is mostly from the little ones that I grew in the backyard. And I believe this one was the one that was sitting in my pantry for like a decade. So let's go now to our greenhouse downstairs in the basement. Welcome to the almost glow room. It just went off. So my malanga, my ginger is still good. Here are a few more containers that we got to plant in, but we're gonna wait for March. I have like 5 more of these, which is great. And then here is the greenhouse. Let's see what we got going on here. Here's the greenhouse. So a few things actually have been growing here. I just don't know what they are. So we gotta wait for them to get a little bit bigger. Here is the 2 lemon trees or lime trees. This is supposed to be an apple. Not sure what these are. We're still waiting for them to grow. But there's a lot of them. I have an old sweet potato. I wanted to see if it resprouts, but apparently it's not. And then I have all of here a bunch of other flowers, but I don't know if this is like stuff that's just growing or what. Obviously the green mildew, I think is because I'm overwatering it. I have my celery that is overgrowing over here. I should cut it up. And we did put in a pineapple to see if it actually works. And then here is JJ's radishes. You see? Ta-da! It's a perfect greenhouse, I'm telling you. Now let's go. I wanted to go outside. Let's see what I can do. Yep, that's a bus. Can't show you the greenhouse down here of the 10 that we created because they're under snow. Yep, lots of snow. And from the bottles that we ended up recycling, I am not sponsored by Pepsi, but this is the sturdiest bottle I can find. We drew some holes with one of the small bits we had, so check this out. So all I have to do is this, and it sprinkles water. Check it out. Celery needs a lot of water, so not sure if you guys can see that, so check it out. Best water bottle ever. I know I did this one already, but I want you guys to see. Best free water bottle. So we're back inside. So today I will try to actually find out why is it green. I think it's because I'm over watering it. So I'm not going to actually water them. And I'm gonna go research upstairs because obviously we're new at this stuff. So I'm gonna research upstairs on why there's green stuff on top of my soil. But I am gonna water the celery, the radishes, and the pineapple. And this is the cool part about this. Let me show you. Is that all I gotta do is this. And technically, I really don't have to water them that much because being in this dome, it gives it moisture already. So I only do it a little bit. Obviously, I need to do this one. And from my understanding is that as long as I go like this and the leaves don't go out or come off, it's still alive. I haven't killed it. For some reason, I've been trying to do this pineapple thing, but the pineapple has not been working for me. This is like the 4th one that I've grown. Now the celery, on the other hand, is growing beautifully, and I don't want it to seed. It smells like celery. I'm gonna chop it up so new sprout can come out. See how many I can get out of here before it turns into seed. So I'll do that later on. Come back with some pair of scissors once I do my research. Alright guys, so that's it. It's February 1st. That's what we got going on. So we did put actually plastic on this window because the window was really cold. That's the only new thing we did. And right now in here is 62. So it is keeping the cold out. Before, the highest temperature with the heater was like 59 or 56. So I think it's working. So let me close this back up and I'll see you guys in March. Bye. Welcome back to my channel. So I am giving you an update on all my seedlings. I think I did it about 3 weeks ago. But I'm going to give you an update now because we're rearranging things in the basement because it's getting overcrowded. And I need to move my sweet potatoes because they're doing great. So here is the sweet potatoes. They are doing awesome. Of course, the big one is doing a lot of, obviously, rooting. As you can see, that's the big one. But no flowers. The flowers are actually coming from the little ones that I planted or that I harvested last fall. So not sure what's going on with that one. Then the one that was sitting in my pantry for decades does have a lot of rooting, but it has a lot of flowers. So I need to do something about this. I need to put it up more. So we need to rearrange this right here, which is our internet tower with our printer. And I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do something. And we're gonna change that right now. So I'll be back. All right guys, we changed it. I put this one in a bigger glass jar, a wide mouth glass jar, so it gets more water and more space for its roots. And then this one did not fit in my wide mouth glass jar because of the 3 babies we have obviously attached to it. So I found this. I remembered I had these plastic containers that I store dry goods in, and yes, it held perfectly. So now it has more room for roots and growth and water because they need lots of water. So I am happy. And now it's on the top, not on the bottom, so it has room to grow. So we'll see how it goes. Next stop, basement. All right, you're in my basement. So I had to change the storage part of the other potatoes that I had because these are the potatoes that are in the box. And what happened was upstairs was still not cool enough and they started to sprout. And I didn't want them to start sprouting yet. I want them to wait to sprout. Let's see, can I show you? Can I show you? Yeah, you see they're starting to sprout. So, I'll show you. They're starting to sprout and I didn't want them to. So I wanted to slow down the sprouting. So I brought them down here because it's cooler and darker. So that's the regular potatoes. On to the next one. So we have the containers ready for our almond trees. Yes, we got our almond trees. And what happened was the soil is still very frozen. Today's like 50, no, like 40 something outside. So they're not completely frozen. So I did bring them in to thaw them out. But here is my almond tree and my almond tree so I can put them down. So I gotta wait for that to obviously thaw. And here's the glow room. Obviously it's not really the glow room, it's the lights, but I put all of my herbs all ready to start growing. Those are the ones in the cups. Nothing has sprouted yet. I changed over a few things that were in the regular containers and I put them in these. They seem to be working a little bit better. Excusez-moi. Now that, oh, Campbell's not done yet.
Your life, just the meaning to your life is just to become.
Yes, to you, trouble to you. So once again, I transferred some of the stuff into these clear containers so they can be in their own little greenhouse kind of theme. Obviously, I do have the heating mats underneath. Some of them are sweating more than others. Not sure why that's happening, but I did see some greenery. This one, we still don't know what it is. I do have to transplant these eventually. But I'm still waiting for the clear containers because I don't want to put them in the jars, in the milk cartons. I don't want to put them in the milk cartons. So I'm still waiting for some regular containers like these so I can split the 4 or the 3. Then my 2 lemon trees still doing great. More herbs back there. Those are herbs, the cups. So all the cups are herbs. This is more stuff in here, but nothing has grown. I still have my celery. So I'm waiting for 4 or more of these clear containers to transplant that other container. We still don't know what that is. We're waiting for it to grow a little bit. And more herbs, rosemary and stevia. These were Gala apples. There's nothing in there yet. I just did it, so obviously nothing is growing. They are still in there, not growing. But what else do I have? I think that's it. My malanga's doing great. My ginger is still alive. It's not died. And we have lots of gallons already made for March, because I'm gonna start doing stuff in March. So when March comes along, I have my containers ready. And I think that's it. That's all I got for you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are down in the basement getting ready to clean this mess, organize, and start some seedling. Alright, so Lexton brought an app that tells you when to start your seedlings, when to transplant them outside, how to organize your whole entire gardening section. Cool. It's awesome. We've been playing with it all morning. So according to the app, I should have started at least 10 of my vegetables now in February. So I am going to start that. I will show you that closer, but we are going to clean and try to put everything organized. Everything, like all of this stuff is supposed to be here, but I want to organize to make this whole entire section my garden section. So we need to remove all of this stuff out of the way, all of that stuff out of the way, just so we can make this whole entire section the gardening section, or the seedling section. And then we'll be able to move this table over here somewhere and get started with that. So I'm not going to bore you with the cleaning aspect of it, but just like that, you see it, ta-da, and now you don't. Alright guys, so we did it. So as you saw from the quick clip that I made for you, we did finish. So here it is. We cleared it out. We put the table towards the wall. That way it gives us free space to put the trees here. Sorry about the music in the background. It should be lowered, but I totally forgot. This is going to stay here because it is my usual working station. And what else? And that's it basically. So those are the 2 trees right there that we're going to do right now. I did arrange some of the stuff here, so it gives me more space. So I forgot to also say we did go to Home Depot and I got more actual potting soil mix instead of the garden soil. The garden soil is what I had in here, and as you can see, it has like a lot of big pieces. So I'm hoping that the garden soil does not have that. But I did buy the garden soil, the potting soil mix, and regardless, we still are going to use it technically when we do stuff outside. So whatever we have left, we are going to use. We're good. And then I got 2 more packs of seeds of leeks. Where did I put them? I don't know what I did with them. Oh, right here. I got these because obviously I ordered more in the mail, but they're not here yet. So that's going to go there. And I got the organic nature handcrafted blend all-purpose fertilizer. But this is not for now. I'm not putting this in there now. I'm going to do this when I put them in the big container. So that's going to be for that. Alright guys, so I need to do the same thing with these 3 that I did with those other ones. All right. Alright, so you guys can get a closer look. I put each container here with what I'm going to grow. So these are the things that I'm going to grow in here. We're going to do leeks. So I'm going to do a few of each packet of leeks. I'm not going to know which one is what. Obviously, I'm going to try to keep it uniform as much as possible, but we all know that's not possible. I have a pack of these double dwarf marigold, so I'm going to do that in here. I got red and green cabbage, so I'm going to do the same thing, half and half on these. These are a mix of hot peppers, so I'm not going to be sure what seed is going to be what, so that's going to be in there. I'm going to do red onions, and I'm going to do yellow onions. And then I'm doing the Italian pepperonzini from Baker's Creek. So I'm going to do the same thing, half and half, because these are pepperonzinis too. I love cooking with those, so that's why I want to do more of those. We only have green peppers from my gardener, so we're going to do that. And then I have all these cherry tomatoes. They're all cherry, so I'm just going to throw a couple of seeds of each. These, I don't have enough containers, so we're not going to do. This was an extra leek back one that I brought, and this one is a cherry tomato, and since I have a lot of other cherry tomatoes, I'm going to leave this one out. Then you saw me put some in the cups, and then obviously I'm going to do this tomato in this one, this tomato in that cup, and this free tomato that I got from Baker's Creek on this cup. I have one extra cup, but I think I want to do more peppers. So that means I got to run upstairs and go get it, but let's do this. Washi tape. Best thing in the world to close out your seed packets. You just take the washi tape and go right across it. And you can just continue opening and closing it. It's perfectly fine. Washi tape. Best thing ever! Next. So, I put it on this side facing this way. Now I'm going to write it facing this way. The bigger creek. Yeah. Yeah. You gonna meet? I told you this. I told you the other day. You said you was gonna buy cookies for him. I said, shut up. You were like, no, you were talking about other people. I said, I'm going to you're fine. I said, you were talking about other people. Right? You're doing it. That's what I meant. Like, anybody else? And you were like, can I get it? What are you eating? And I said, yes. Give me it. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, quit it. No, you'll get over it. The first time I ever been such broke in a while, and you'll get over it. Like what? You'll get over it. All you gotta do is say, I misunderstood, Mom. I thought you meant you and just me. I mean, I know I can't get it. And that's it. Yeah, you can have something. I mean, like, so you live in a and like, something similar. They like something similar. I just don't know what though. Okay, I just don't know. Like, read it, and he like, he likes. Why would you need? What is he eating? Other people don't. Oh, the donut. So everyone's on I mean the dishes. Alright guys, so I don't want to bore you doing every single container, so I'll be back when I'm done, because this is going to take a very long time. But I'm doing the same process basically, putting them in the container, watering them, putting the topsoil on, obviously putting the name of the brand of the seed, what it is inside the container. This is supposed to be a good waterproof marker. It's a super permanent ink, so I'm hoping it works. Duct taping it around, and then I'm gonna put them right next to the heat so it can actually work. So I'm gonna continue this and then I'll be back, because I don't want to bore you with the same stuff over and over and over. So I'll be back. Alright guys, I am done. Oh my goodness, I'm tired. What time is it? I think it's like almost 3 o'clock. Hold on. It's 3 o'clock, 2:56. So we're done. I'm tired. I need to add this to my February seeds video that I got accumulating in my life. I also got something else to show you upstairs. So let me show you the end result. So the table is clear. I'm gonna bring the seeds back upstairs. I rearranged my greenhouse because there was nothing there. You guys probably saw me putting the light on there earlier in the video, the speed up video. So I was able to rearrange this to put more space. So I was able to put the 4 new cups here of the tomatoes. And I rearranged the pineapple because I needed more space. I do have things growing though. Look, that's thyme. Here is cilantro growing. I don't know what's this. Rosemary is growing. I just watered them all. I do have a lot of, this one is growing, oregano. That's supposed to be an apple tree, not sure if it is. I got peppermint in here. I think a few of it is growing. Got the thyme. The 2 lemon trees. Then I have sage back there. The dill is doing great. Parsley also. Not sure if there's anything for the sage. Nothing for the sage. So I'm going to put it in the heat mat. Somewhere up here. Gotta get some heat. Cilantro. There's nothing there either. So we need to give it some heat as well. What else? This is that stuff that was in one of these that we transplanted. And it was like a bunch of seeds. This is actually working, because I do see things growing out of it already. So I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not sure what's this that's coming out, but anything in this one? Duct tape, no joke. I don't see anything in this one, but I do see some growing in here. Not sure if anything is in there. Yeah, some stuff is growing, so it's working. The peppermint, not so much, or the mint. Lemongrass is growing. The stevia is not growing. The basil is completely growing. This one has a few in there as well. So is this one. And you know this one is the beet. So that's that. And then I'm going to close it now. Here are the containers that I made. It's like mini greenhouses. It's freaking cool. It actually does work, because there is one in here that had, I believe it was my Fuji apple. Yeah, and they're already growing in there. You see it? So the mini greenhouse totally works. I want more gallons like this so I can continue doing this. This totally works. Not sure if the outside is actually growing, but in here, because of the heat, is actually growing. So I'm testing out the ones outside. I'm going to leave those out there. I didn't see anything growing out of them yet. But my guess is when the weather gets nicer, it should start working. Here's the 2 almond trees. I just replanted these. Supposed to be in good heat. So I'm leaving it right there in front of the heater. The heat goes on every 2 hours. So that should be great. And then that's it. We still have soil for when we have more stuff to do. I still have buckets of containers. We have the grow bags that I brought on sale, so I'm hoping those work. I keep buying containers. I don't know why, because we're moving to Tennessee with 10 acres. I don't need containers, so I don't know why. Hello? All right, so I need to stop buying containers, because I need to put my mindset that we're going to Tennessee and I have plenty of land to grow in. But I do love growing in containers, so that's it for containers, I hope, plus whatever else we have outside. I mean, I have them everywhere. So we estimated an amount, but now I see these 2, there's like 3 in there. I mean, this orange one that's holding my ginger inside is another one that I could be using. So I think I have more than what I actually estimated. So I'm hoping that every plant that I grow has a bucket. That's the plan. So let's go upstairs and show you my potatoes. Here is the box of potatoes. I had to move them from upstairs in the closet because they were actually growing. We did buy another bag because you see they started sprouting already. So I had to move them from upstairs to down here. and hopefully they'll stop sprouting. I think they were, yeah, they're gonna stop sprouting because I think down here was better than upstairs. We did buy two. We bought a few more because I do want to do more potatoes this year. So I did buy some more and put them in there. So hopefully that'll work out. I gotta close it so it can be dark. And then here is the sweet potato. So I want to show you that I did cut this piece from the top to see if it grows some roots, and it did. So as they get a little bit bigger on the top, I am going to start cutting them down and putting them in the water. This one, it is a little bit big, but I'm going to wait on these. So these are the sweet potatoes. Alright, so that's it for today. I showed you the potatoes. I showed you my winter, my little individual greenhouses. I showed you my potatoes and everything that I am planting so far for 2022. So I will see you guys in like a couple of weeks, because this is all for the month of February of seeding and planting. So I'll check you guys out again another day. Bye. Hey guys, focus, man, focus. Welcome back to my channel. So today is February 28th. It's the last day of the month, and I do want to bring you this video for the first Saturday of March. We are doing our last review of all my seedlings and all the plants I got growing from my 2022 garden. So if you like watching these kind of videos, keep on watching. Yes, check that out. My sweet potatoes. So as they've been growing, I have been taking them out and putting them directly in the water, and as you can see, it's been working. They have little growing stuff on it. I keep forgetting what it's called because I'm crazy. So as soon as it grows maybe about a little bit more, about here, I will take this out and put it directly in the water. The ones that I grew directly from my garden is the ones growing, but I wanted to also show you that the potato that I grew is not growing from the top, right? I think I put it in backwards. So the flowers are growing from the bottom, but they're coming up, which is kind of weird, but that could have been me. Maybe I did it wrong. Maybe the bottom was the top and the top was the bottom. That was my fault, but it's still growing. You can tell they're different because this leaf looks like this, and the one coming from the bottom, they look like these. So I did peel a few of just one of the ones that was growing from the ones I grew. The water is clear, so that's a good sign. I need to put more water to put it to the top. So now let's go to the next one. All right, so here are the potatoes before my battery dies, if I can get it open. And you see they are still sprouting even though I brought them down here. Check this one out. Even though it's cool and all that stuff. All right, here we are, guys. So here is the almond trees. Here's Nina. Say hi, Nina. And they look okay so far. Nothing crazy. Oh, my heater just turned on. Here are the seedlings that we started. I'm not sure if anything is growing. Yep, this one has things growing in it. I don't remember what that was. So it is working on some more faster than others. This one is going crazy. That's my apples. I don't see anything in here and here. Yep, there's something in there. Nothing in there. Oh yeah, we have stuff in there. Yep. Nope. And yes. So I just noticed that one was very close to the heater. This stuff right here is obviously the same stuff that I had prior. Left the water. And it's still doing fine. And let's look at the greenhouse, shall we? Let's open it up for you. Alright, so I think I got time before the light goes on. So back there is cilantro. They look beautiful. My pineapple is still strong. None of the leaves are coming off. This is sage. I think that's an apple tree. We're not sure. Oregano is actually growing. Spearmint. I still don't see anything. I don't remember what this one is. Thyme. Peppermint. I think there's nothing there either. Rosemary. Obviously my celery is going strong. My regrowing celery. This was just a test. I bought this for my juicing and just plopped it in dirt, and it has been growing. Some of it has been dying, as you can see, but for the most part, I started with 6. 2 are still alive. Culantro, nothing. American seed tomato, yes. The Baker seed tomato, yes. The burpee steak tomato, just one so far. The parsley is growing strong. My lemon trees are strong. What are you? Peppers, still nothing. Dill is going strong, and the mint is still all not working. These were that experiment as well. Some stuff is growing. It does have a lot of mildew on it. Not sure why, because I don't water these. These are the ones that the can itself, well, the container itself is supposed to water it. So I guess it's too, I don't know if it's too hot. I would have to check, but I got more stuff growing like this, as you can see, than I did when I had it plain. I'm just gonna take this mushroom out. This one, same thing, a lot of mildew, but I still have growth. And don't forget, I think I had the wrong soil. I brought just plain dirt, I think it was. I gotta go back to the video. But I did have to go buy potting soil, so maybe that'll work out. Here I have my, that's the beets that we had in that container. So I transferred them over. From there, there was 5. They're right here, right here. This one died when I transferred it. They were kind of squished. This one is basil. You are, what are you? You are stuck. Stevia. I actually have, I think, 1 or 2 plants. And you are, I don't know what you are. Lemongrass. So the lemongrass is growing. Here is 2 more with the wrong soil kind of deal. I had to take the cover off so it can be a little more dried, so the green stuff don't get on there. But I do have one here growing, which I don't know what it is. So we'll see. So I'm gonna skip a couple of days on the watering because I think that's what the mildew does. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change my timing because I want to say some of these are also getting mildew. Let me see which one. I don't know. I saw it somewhere. Some of these are getting this one. As you can see, it has a little bit of mildew in it. So I'm not gonna water them. I'm gonna skip every other day. Probably do once a week on a Wednesday or something. Because today is Wednesday. This one does too. So I am gonna skip the watering for a bit and see where does that take us. But I am very excited about this. So here we are, the end of February, and we got stuff sprouting. So that is a plus for me. But God bless. Thank you for watching. Watch out for that March updates video. And I will see you guys next time.